What's going on, everyone? Today I'm team building around Tsareena and Sword and Shield OU, then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. I'm using Assault Vest, which is a great anti-lead for Seismitoad, the rocker everybody loves to spam. With AV, we can also just naturally sponge hits from Pokemon like Life Orb Clef, as well as Toxtricity, and we can hit those very hard with Power Whip. The offensive core I'm going to form with Tsareena is Arcanine. The reason being, Arcanine is able to pressure Corviknight, which Tsareena can lure in using U-turn, and then we can just get the momentum into Arcanine. Arcanine also just loves Tsarena's ability to pressure water types like Rotom Wash and Seismitoad, so that's really useful. I'll make this heavy duty boots with Morning Sun, and then for the other moves I'll run Flare Blitz, Close Combat just to hit Tyranitar because, I mean, we have High Jump Kick on this, but it's still really nice just so we don't get walled and they get free rocks because I don't want this coming in, taking sand damage, and then after Rapid Spin, that would be really bad, so let's just go ahead and make sure we have coverage on this as well, and then extreme speed priority on it. So the one big thing I'm noticing right here is neither of these really hit Dragapult all too hard, so I want a way to do that. Let's go ahead and run offensive Arcanine with a Jolly Nature, 4 and Spit Def. Intimidate's actually kind of helpful too against Corviknight, especially if it's like bulk up, we can prevent that from doing too much damage early on. Now from here, what do I want? I did acknowledge the Dragapult as being kind of a threat, especially like Dragon Dance variants. I really have to watch out for those because I don't have Will-O-Wisp on my Arcanine. What can I do about that here? I definitely like the idea of having a Mon that can pressure Toxapex as well. Neither of these two really do that because of how Fizz Def they are. So maybe we should worry about that weakness first. What can I do? Maybe like Hatterene, Reuniclus, Mew. Those are the three psychics I usually like to go for. Mew takes Toxic though. Reuniclus looks great right here. It can also pressure Mandibuzz using Thunder, which neither of the other two really appreciate that mon, so yeah, I think I'll go Life Orb, Magikarp, Reuni just as a really nice counter to Toxapex, but just also a nice lure for Mandibuzz, which a lot of people like to pivot into this Pokemon naturally, right? Because it is a dark type pivoting into a psychic type. Let's run Recover with 3 attacks, being Psychic, Thunder, and Focus Blast. Kind of an unset. I hate inaccurate moves, but that's kind of what you have to deal with to have Reuniclus be a successful Pokemon. I'll make it Anti-Trick Room. I always hated the fact that Reuniclus is literally 1 point faster than Hatterene. Like, if it was base 28 and we could underspeed Hatterene, that would actually be kind of useful as an Anti-Trick Room Pokemon, but unfortunately we're 1 speed faster, so that's a bit sad. But what I can do now is focus on that Dragapult weakness. So what can I do? So priority mons that can knock it out would be great, so I think the only good priority would be like Shadow Sneak, so Mimikyu comes to mind. Another good bet would be adding like a Mandibuzz as a pivot. That pivot wouldn't be bad because U-turn momentum would be really valuable into some of my other breakers here. But I kind of like the more offensive route with Mimikyu. The reason being, I don't really see a great endgame on the team yet because all of these guys are great breakers, but none of them really set up and end up sweeping opposing teams, whereas a Mimikyu can very easily do that. Another option I could go for is like a Choice Scarfer that threatens Dragapult. Now the problem with something like that, like I would probably run Choice Scarf Hydreigon, is that after a Dragon Dance I would not outspeed, whereas Mimikyu can at least, you know, have it to disguise and then just knock it out with Shadow Claw. That would be kind of good. So what route do I want to go? The Scarfer would be really valuable though, being able to threaten like Komo-o after Clanger's Soul. So I think I will go Choice Scarf Hydreigon on this team with a like U-turn. So this also provides me like the U-turn momentum that Mandibuzz would have provided me, but it's a more offensive pick. Looking at how offensive this team is, actually, I might just go fully offensive and just not add that many pivots. Like, I might add a really offensive rocker. Not Drill, like I've run so much Sash Drill recently, I definitely want to mix it up. Let's run Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, and Dark Pulse. I actually want to put Dark Pulse first because I like to have the stab attacks before the non-stab attacks. I like to have the momentum move at the top first, though. That's just how I do things. But let's go ahead and run Timid Nature on this with 4 and Spit Def. So that's great. I definitely need a better check to Dragon Dance Dragapult though, so what can do that? I need hazards too, so I did mention I don't really want to use a Drill again. Toad seems like it doesn't seem like a rocker that you would run on offense, like maybe like bulky offense, but this is kind of more geared towards HO if anything. It's not like setup spam HO, but there's not any pivots on the team, right? So it's basically HO. What can I do though? Dougie wouldn't be bad actually. I could run Sash Dougie to trap like Cinderace, which actually looks like kind of a problem for Tsareena. And then we can also run like Sucker Punch to be able to threaten Dragapult. However, if we get outplayed, that would be kind of bad because Dragon Darts would just straight up break through our Sash. So, yeah, I don't know how much I like about that, but I think I'll go for it. I haven't run Dougie since like pre-Dynamax, so let's see what it can do. I gotta remember, by the way, I cannot trap Ghost-type Pokemon. I always am like, I'll trap the Aegislash here, or I'll trap the Gengar, and then they end up switching out, and I'm like, they're Shed Shell, even though it's just their typing, so let's go ahead and run Sash with Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Sucker Punch, and I guess I'll run Stone Edge just to help out against like Gyarados and Rotom Heat. Pressuring Rotom Heat is actually really important for Tsareena and Arcanine, so Stone Edge will be valuable coverage. We'll of course make it max attack, max speed, jolly just to be able to outspeed Cinderace by 1 base point, and yeah, 1 slot left on this team. What does the team need is the question. I still really like Mimikyu as an option just as the sweeper, because Hydreigon is great speed control, but it's not going to win games if they have like a fairy type alive. And honestly, Swords Dance Mimikyu could be the key to breaking through those fairies like Sylveon and Clefable. So, like Arcanine can pivot in, but it's not being a Wish Protect Sylveon 1v1. So, yeah, I think I will go with Mimikyu right here, with like Swords Dance, and then I can run Play Rough, Shadow Claw, and Shadow Sneak. This also just gives me even more backup against Dragapult, so I'm like completely set against that Pokemon now. It also gives me a great check to Gengar, which I also don't really switch into, so that's kind of good. Also, it's just a nice Conkeldurr check because my Psychic type gets blown away by 2 Facades, so that's another good benefit right here. I never realized how good Mimikyu's Spadef is. It's actually not even that bad, but the HP stat's kind of sad, so I guess that's where the bulk is kind of lacking. I'll put the 4 into defense, and I think we'll call that the team. Let me just make sure my abilities are correct. It looks like they all are, so let's go ahead and play. Alright, we have kind of a fat team to break down right now, but Mimikyu looks great, so that's something I can take advantage of. I definitely want to go for an endgame with Swords Dance Mimikyu. Let's go ahead and anti-lead that Toad using my Tsareena, and I think what I do is I U-turn immediately into my Arcanine on the Corviknight coming in. I guess I could also go like Rotom Heat, but that would be fine as well. I could get an Hydreigon. Yeah, there's the Toad. I really doubt you stay in. I'll go for U-turn. The only reason you stay in is, yeah, if you're protect, and they're still not going to stay in here, I feel. Although, I could wait, just to make it seem like I'm locked in, and then I can click Power Whip. Let's try that. So, if they go Corviknight, what play would I make? Either Hard Arcanine, or I think that's really the only play. The other option would be going, like if they go Rotom Heat, I could go Hydreigon hard. Let's go for Power Up. I think they might get baited. Yeah, let's try it. They really shouldn't risk it right here, but you never know, right? Are they going to predict me to be choiced or not? I really wouldn't, but I think this could be a great opportunity to get rid of this for Mimikyu, as well as Arcanine. Arcanine would be great if I got rid of this, so let's go ahead and see what it can do. They stayed in an Emist. Okay, cool. And they got a Toxic on me. That's lovely. Let's go Reuniclus here. It kind of covers any doubles they would make into like a Rotom or Corviknight, as well as just the play of them staying in, but yeah, that really sucks. I would have been in such a good spot with Arcanine. Like, look at their team after that thing's gone. They bring in the Rotom, which I kind of expected right here. I'll just go right for Psychic. Okay, I crit the Rotom, which is something, so I'll take that, I guess. But I think Seismitoad being gone would have been a lot more valuable. I guess this is going for, like, Dark Pulse here. I'll just throw out the AV Tsareena. It goes for U-turn, okay. Well, actually, nobody really comes in here besides Obstagoon, so they're gonna bring that in. I think I'm willing to sack this here. They should go for like Facade, but knockoff still killed me as well. Okay. So I have a couple plays. I could go for Arcanine Speed Tie right now, which should be able to deal with this just due to the fact that they would be able to, they would get intimidated, right? However, if Toad came in, then they would get Rocks, and I would probably have to go hard into my Dougie to match them, which I don't know if I like that situation. I think it's still the best play, though. Like, I can't think of anything better. Let's go ahead and bring in Obstagoon. I could double out here into, like, Hydreigon, but that just invites in Sylveon to Hyper Voice, so there's, like, no point. Yeah, I really wish this thing was dead, but it is what it is. It took so little as well. Yeah, I gotta go hard. I guess I could go Reuniclus, but that invites in Sylveon, so let's go Dougie. They just click Toxic. That's, like, okay. I'll just go for Rocks. They actually just take the kill. Okay, I'm actually fine with this. Let's go Reuniclus and click. Just click Psychic. I don't think they're going Corviknight or Hydreigon here. Well, they have like... I'm gonna click Focus Blast, whatever. Maybe they got into one of the dark types. They went Corviknight, okay. So if I can break through here, that would be useful to force them to roost. I actually hit Focus Blast through a para, which is kind of funny now. Here's the thing, if they roost, they take super effective damage. But if they roost and I get full para, they get the defog for free. I'm just gonna go for the odds. They go for U-turn. Into Sylveon, which is the correct play. I do miss the Focus Blast, but hey, it is Focus Blast. I can't really expect to hit that move. I'm gonna get in my Arcanine here on the Mystical Fire. I'm just gonna double, I think, into Reuniclus again. Oh, they actually go for Wish, huh? Well, I guess they're gonna pass that into... They could honestly just attack again. Let's go Arcanine. Yeah, they just attack again, which makes sense. Let's heal here. As they go right for a Wish. I might as well just, like, not take a recoil, but I will anyway. They could pass it to the Toad, though, which is, like, what's concerning. They actually end up passing it to Hydreigon. This is Scarf, I think, so I can CC here. Imagine had I close combated the other turn. That would have been so big. Yeah, this Toad coming in is going to lose me the game. I can already see that. It's messing my team up right now. I'll go Reuniclus again as the rocks go up. My only hope is my Mimikyu. Like, I gotta hope that can do the job at this point. It definitely can, but I need to Swords Dance on a Pokemon that's not going to end up losing me the game. Like, basically, Seismitoad of Toxic is one I can't do it on. I also need more damage on Hydra, ideally. Let's go right for Psychic here. They should go back to Sylveon. Yeah, Sylveon should come in every time. Yeah, ideally I can get a Spit F drop here. It does a lot. I don't get the Spit F drop. No Spit F drop there. I'll go for Arcanine now. Protect. Let's just Blitz. They leave it in. It takes nothing, but I can Blitz again to kill it here. And that's obviously my play. Okay, now this is in range of Mimikyu, and they're actually giving me damage in the Hydreigon for Shadow Sneak. I don't think that's the best play, dude. In fact, I'm going to Extreme Speed here for even more damage. Yeah, that's Shadow Sneak range, and what I can do here is bring in Hydreigon and U-turn. They might be throwing. I think they actually probably did throw here. They end up doing that. I think I go Hydreigon and, Mimikyu and just SD. And that should be enough. Yeah, there's a Hyper Voice. I Shadow Claw here. Kill that. I don't think they can stop my sweep. Unless Seismitoad eats one, in which case that miss is even bigger, but this dies to Sneak. Yeah, this will get dropped, dude. The Corviknight's in range, the Obstagoon's outsped. It just comes down to whether this dies. I'm gonna run some calcs whether I can Shadow Claw or not. Yeah, this would be so easy if I just hit the first move, but it is what it is, right? They end up having a lot of defense, I'm assuming. +2. 62 to 73. Can I get a roll? Nope, and they get a Scald Burn, and I think I just lost the game off that as well. Well, actually, no, maybe not, maybe not. Hydreigon might still be able to do it using Flamethrower. Let's go Hydreigon here. I think the play is I U-turn on the Obstagoon, and then Flamethrower through. Would U-turn even put it in range of Flamethrower? I think I have to hope now, like that it does. They go Corviknight, so now it's coming down to these odds. Can I hit moves through para? I gotta try to Focus Blast. And I got full para. Had I broke through right there and hit them for super effective damage, Draco had it, but now what I'm gonna do is try to hit Thunder, and I get full parried again. Body press. Oh, wait a minute. They can't touch me, it looks like. In fact, I don't think I have a reason to recover. Let's go for Thunder again. If I hit into Obstagoon coming in, Flamethrower can still do it. Okay, let's see. Maybe it can't because of... What is it called? Pressure? I got a sack. Yeah, this would be so easy had that Seismitoad been dead, but let's Flamethrower here. Kill that, and let's see whether I can get some hacks now, but I'm not really anticipating it. I got a crit. They ended up going for Roost, so... Yeah, they're clearly knowing that... They know that they have to pressure stall me. I need more hacks here. I need like a burn or more crits. Yeah, I need something. Can I get some hacks, at least, to make up for that initial turn? 50. 50. Nah, it's not happening. I need like double crit right now. And yeah, it's not. That's game. Alright, let's go ahead and I got a burn, but it's still not enough. Like, I can flamethrower here. They're gonna do that. And then, yeah, I have to struggle now. So let's go ahead and get out of there. That would have been my game, but I'll be right back. Okay, if I miss again, we are making a drop kick for the entirety of the video. Let's go ahead and see what I can do right here. My opponent is really weak to Scarf Hydreigon. Like, that can easily sweep through, but I need to be careful about ice skills on this because it might actually allow it to sponge a flamethrower. I'm gonna lead off with my Dougie as they lead off with Mew. I mean, even if they have taunt, it's not like they can prevent my rocks because I'm faster, so let's go ahead and get them up. And then see how they want to respond after. I might actually hard switch this out just because it's actually good against the Cinderace. But they could just hazard stack, so maybe I just Earthquake initially. Yeah, they're just getting up spikes, which is fine. I have a Rapid Spinner at the end of the day. They do have a spin blocker though, so that makes this interesting. But yeah, they're obviously dead. Now that I'm thinking about it, who do they bring in here? Like, do you go Dougie and go for a Speed Tie? What? Do you go Bootsgara? Bootsgara is probably the play. Nobody else makes sense. It has to be Boots Gyarados. It's not Boots, and it's not Intimidate. I think I just Stone Edge, and if I hit, then I'm great. I did hit it. I bring them really low. I think I can Sucker Punch here safely to kill it. I don't want to risk missing. So, this Hyper Offense matchup is definitely working out for me. They bring out Cinderace. I'm assuming this has Sucker Punch, based on what they just did. So let's try to outplay those. I think they're going through all 8. Ah, no, they got me, okay. Imagine had I Earthquake that turn. That would have been, like, so funny. But I guess it is alright. Let me go ahead and bring out my... I like Hydreigon Draco a lot, but if it fails to pick up the KO, then I'm definitely going to regret it because I need the Scarfer. So, because of that reason, I'll instead go Reuniclus here. And just click Psychic. They go right for U-turn. Definitely into the Aegislash, yeah. But this damage might actually be useful for, like, Tsareena later. It ends up being leftovers, so that's definitely helpful. I did get a crit right there, too, which is really nice. I want to keep my Arcanine around. It's actually really strong, so they can just have this, to be honest. No, dude, you're not subbing on me. Just knock me out. Yeah, there they go. They get the KO, but now what I can do is bring out my Hydreigon to hit him up with the Dark Pulse. That'll knock out the Aegislash. They're gonna bring in the Frostmoth, but Frostmoth can't win just due to the fact that I have a disguised Mimikyu and my Arcanine should just eat anything it does. In fact, I'll go hard Arcanine here. I'm like so confident in Arcanine that let's Flare Blitz through. They go Cinderace. That's alright. I don't actually know what this thing's trying to do, but I just want to double check if it's in range of Dark Pulse yet. Why am I putting an Arcanine? Hydreigon. Because if it's not, I want to Extreme Speed it into range right now. Let's see. So Cinderace. Because it also might just be worth it to not have this take any damage, just making sure that I can deal with the Frostmoth later. But I still have Scarf Hydreigon Flamethrower, so like, it could be worth it to just attack. Yeah, I think I will. That's a 2-KO. I put them in Blaze range right there, so they're able to take my hits quite well. Let's pick up the KO. They have to go Dougie. And then yeah, the end game is double Flamethrower for the win. Yeah, let's end it here with Flamethrower. Nice, I think that's it, because even with the Ice Skills, this should have no reason to survive. Never mind, Ice Skills is better than I thought, but I'm obviously Scarf, so that'll be the game right there, and yeah, I'll be right back. So I got a win with this team, which I'm of course very happy about. Let's try to get another one though. This guy's team is definitely offensive. I don't know if it's like offensive enough to beat Dual Screens Grimmsnarl, but we'll see. I definitely want to be smart about this and lead Dugtrio. I can definitely Earthquake the Grimmsnarl because they're gonna taunt, obviously, right? If you lead off with this, you always taunt the Rocker turn 1. I've never seen anybody not do that, but I guess they could go for Reflect immediately. It's actually not even the screen set, so now that I know that, I'll just go for Rocks here. They go right for Bulk Up. How scared of this am I? It definitely can threaten my... threatens everybody, obviously, but I think what I can do is revenge it using Earthquake damage plus Mimikyu. Like, if I Earthquake here, that's still breaking sub, okay. Well, that's interesting. They should bulk up again then. No, they're just going for these. I think they're like banking on Drain Punch recovery, so let's go Mimikyu this turn. As they bulk up again, and I can just play rough through. They don't have Drain Punch. Well, they can't Drain Punch this, and oh, that's drip killed through the defense boosts. Alright. That was weird. I can go for Shadow Claw if I really want to, but I also like Hard Dougie. The problem is if I go Hard Dougie and they have Shadow Sneak, it's just kind of lame. I like Mimikyu's Disguise though, so maybe the better play is to go like Arcanine here. Shadow Ball hurts, but I'm still out of range of the thing. And I can always Blitz here. Like, I doubt they're King Shielding. Yeah, they go Dragapult. So, I mean, that's alright. I can get in Tsareena, maybe. Yeah, I like Tsareena. Oh, wait a minute. This is the Willow Hex set. Let's go hard Arcanine. Hydreigon on the Willow. Ends up going for Sub. So, Sub, Hex, Willow, Disable is the set, I'm assuming. Let's go right for that. They actually miss a Will-O-Wisp. I don't really see a reason to predict Clef, if I'm being honest. Like, I just want the Dragapult to not be behind a Sub, and I can easily switch in Tsareena here on a Moonblast and just throw off a Power Rip. We are able to hit that Power Rip, which is really helpful, I'm not going to lie. In fact, I'm just going to trap this here for the KO. Let's get rid of that. Hydreigon. I think in order to guarantee a win, I use this to trap Toxtricity, and then Mimikyu should be able to wrap it up. Let's sack off Arcanine here to the Dark Pulse. Yeah, I bring in Hydreigon. I could try to hit Draco if I really want to, but I really don't want to. I'm just going to Flamethrower into Aegislash, make sure that it's in range of Mimikyu. They go for King Shield. It is special, so I doubt they have close combat on the set. Ends up being Hydreigon again. I'll go Reuniclus here, I don't need that. In fact, Reuniclus is very useless at this point. They end up getting a crit Flash Cannon, which is like, whatever, I'll go for Psychic. Oh, they're not even locked in, huh? That's interesting. I thought for sure they were locked in. They ended up going for Draco and missing there. I think they were hoping for, like, Hydreigon coming in, but I can't make that play. So I think if that's the case, then all I have to do here is bring this in and play rough right now. And as long as I knock it out, my Scarf Hydreigon should have this, no problem. Good King Shield play, but you still lose to Dougie trapping this. Yeah, let's Shadow Claw. This might even still kill. It doesn't. Okay. Well, this is dead. So go right for EQ. They break the Sash. And then, like, all I gotta do is have a Dragapult come in. I think the play is just Earthquake. They go for Willow. They gotta attack, right, actually? So I can Sucker Punch here. Oh, they actually click Disable. Okay. I'm gonna keep this and go Hydreigon and Dark Pulse. I don't want to lose to Toxtricity. Yeah, let's just do this. They go hard Toxtricity. Oh, that's AV, but AV can't kill me, so I'm still fine, yeah. Boom Burst is not gonna kill me if it's AV, so let's go ahead and take the win. And then I'll be able to drop the Dragapult here using Dark Pulse. So came kind of close. I definitely could have played the endgame smarter, but I'll be right back. Okay, I have the next game right here. My opponent does have a Conkeldurr, so that's something I have to watch out for. They also have Double Water, which is really scary, but Tsareena should be able to help out. The problem is they also have a Corviknight, so could be a tough game. I definitely like Tsarena's ability to check Bishop due to the fact that I have Queenly Majesty, so that'll be beneficial. I'm going to try to go for a win with Mimikyu right here, and in order to accomplish that, I need damage on Crawdaunt, Toad, and Corviknight. Those are the three main ones. I guess I also need damage on Cinderace, but I think it's possible with the Rocks up. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Tsareena here, I think. If they let Cinderace, what play would I make? I could go Arcanine. They would probably hard switch in, like, well, they would probably U-turn into Toad and get Rocks, which would be bad. But if they just Pyro Ball, that would be fine. It is Cinderace. I wanted to catch the Toad, but I guess, like, it's a question of how aggressive do I want to be here, right? Because I can easily click U-turn, and if I catch their U-turn, I get the momentum, but it's not worth risking. I'll go Arcanine. Yeah, they go for U-turn. They're gonna bring in the Toad here. I guess they could go Crawdaunt, but, like, I haven't even shown you whether I have close combat, which, now that I'm thinking about it, probably doesn't even kill. If it does, though, that's huge. Like, that'll put me so far ahead this game. Oh, it does kill if they're not... If they're, like, not HP invested. Do I go for the damage here? That'll actually put it in range of Mimikyu. Let's go for CC. Oh, Bandit Jet blew me away, huh? I didn't think it would do 85, if I'm being honest. Well, that's kind of a yikes. I'll bring out my Reuniclus then and go for Thunder. Killed him back. Okay, they crit an Aqua Jet there. I guess that's my punishment for sacking my Arcanine, right? Let's see what they bring in now. I really didn't think it would do 85, but I guess it is to have super effective adaptability, so I don't know what I was thinking. They can go for Pyro Ball now freely, and that's really bad for me. However, if I trap this, that's also just as good, so maybe I just sack this and then trap with Dougie. Yeah, I don't think I need this. Let's just go for Psychic. They take the kill with the U-turn instead, so that's alright. I wonder who they bring in, though. Maybe I should have kept that for the Corviknight, although at that point, I don't know if it's gonna actually break through it. If I want to beat Corviknight at this point, I gotta use Mimikyu endgame with Swords Dance. Yeah, this has been kind of a sloppy game on my end. Like, the first loss was definitely, I don't think that was that bad, but this one I'm just playing horribly. Yeah, I'm blanking on so many turns, but it's not really over yet. It's just I've put myself in kind of a bad spot. Let's see, though. I think they U-turn into either Toad here, or they go Conk to get the Flame Orb. I wouldn't go Conk. Like, Conk seems really aggressive. I definitely think, like, my Dougie Sash might be able to save me this game. They bring out Corviknight. I'm gonna go Hydreigon here. And I'm just gonna try to weaken with Flamethrower. They go hard Toad, though, so good play. I gotta go Tsareena. Ends up going for Ice Punch. Okay, that's really odd coverage. They're not going to stay in. I'll go for a U-turn. You have a Corviknight, dude. Yeah, there we go. I catch that coming in. I can bring in Hydreigon again. And this time, I'm just going to Dark Pulse. I don't want them switching out this time into, like... Well, that doesn't fight in Conquer, bitch. Yeah, I got a Flamethrower. Okay, they actually gave me the damage I needed for Mimikyu, so that's kind of big. Mimikyu has the opening now, but I still need to trap this thing right here. They're obviously going to click U-turn, so what do I do about it? I gotta switch out into one of these guys. This gives the Corviknight a roost, which is like... Well, both of them give the Corviknight a roost. Is the play actually sack Hydreigon to get damage for Shadow Sneak? I think that might be the move. Yeah, let's try that. And see who they respond with now. Yeah, I played myself into such a bad spot this game, but I guess it's alright. Let's see who comes in, though. I'm kind of curious. It could be the Conkeldurr. That wouldn't surprise me, but that just gives my Mimikyu the setup. Yeah, can I win this? Does Cinderace get dropped by +2 Shadow Sneak? I guess it doesn't really matter whether it does. I gotta hope it does at this point. Yeah, can Mimikyu win me the game? If they bring out Corviknight here, I have to go Mimikyu and try to Shadow Claw through it, but I don't think it'll be enough. I might have to go for the Swords Dance. And let it roost, and then start spamming Shadow Claw from there. If I double SD, I would. If I could outplay Sucker Punches, I could win if I double SD. So that's something I could go for, too. I don't know what they're thinking so hard about. Like, you just bring in Corviknight here and force my Mimikyu in. That's like the only play. Let me just calc right now whether I can kill it with Shadow Claw or not. Let's say they're the set with some defense investment. So it runs like max HP and 80 defense. With a bold nature. Shadow Claw doesn't do anything. So yeah, I will have to go for double SD here. I don't know what this guy's thinking about. Corviknight's the only play. Yeah, like, come on now. So it's gonna get lefties here. My only play is Mimikyu. I'm gonna Swords Dance. Goes for Roost. I'm gonna Swords Dance again. Goes for Brave Bird. I gotta crit this right here. That's my only way of winning. +4 crit can kill Corviknight. It's high crit ratio. Come on. Ooh, okay. I have an opening now. Not the one that I was hoping for, but it's an opening nonetheless. Cinderace comes in. This will get dropped by Sneak. They probably have Sucker Punch, but I'm still gonna take the kill, obviously. There's a chance that I can win this. Tsareena's at 60. I should outspeed Bisharp. Goes for a Throat Chop. That makes sense. I go Tsareena here in high jump kick. I gotta keep this Dougie Sash. Yeah, high jump kick to try to kill. I can kill Ronaldo coming in after. They try to go for Sucker Punch, but I have my ability perfect. Now I think what's going to happen is they're going to bring out Conk. I think I live one hit because I don't have the... because they don't have the Guts boost. So if I can power up here... And I missed it anyway. I mean, I didn't deserve to win this game, so I don't really mind missing. I can still try to crit here, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, like, I don't really want to get mad when I shouldn't have won the game anyway, so it's fine. Let's see, I can power up. If I crit right here, I still win, but not really banking on that either. But I think I would have had it right there had I hit, but as we've seen from the first game, power up is kind of a bad move. So, yeah. I really shouldn't have won this game though, so it's alright. I guess, like, yeah, if I crit power up here, then I would still have to hit into the Toad, but obviously that's better odds than Dougie doing nothing, so... Wow, power up is a really bad move, huh? They're gonna Drain Punch there, and that's going to be GG. So yeah, it is what it is. I shouldn't have won that game in the first place, so it's alright. I'll be right back. Alright, I have another game right here. I really like my Mimikyu, so I definitely want to try to go for an endgame with that. Another option is like Dark Pulse Hydreigon. That also looks really strong. I want to keep my Arcanine healthy since it helps check the Corviknight, so let's see if I can do that. Regarding lead matchup, I think Tsareena is just really good here. They end up leading off with the Seismitoad. Let's go right for the U-turn. As Corviknight comes right in, I'm going to go Arcanine here, and what I'm going to do is click Flare Blitz immediately, it's fine, as they leave in the Corviknight, so that's the... No, they roosted it off, okay. Well, let's go for the Reuniclus double then, as it ends up being bulk up. So if I can Thunder here, that'll do a lot, and I'm going to try this. It's not going to work, but I'm going to try to hit Focus Blast into a Roost. Oh, they actually take the damage. Okay, that's odd. I didn't think they would, but I guess it's okay. They just go for Iron Head and knock me out. I can revenge this now using Flamethrower from Hydreigon, so let's do that. I think this guy's definitely undervaluing his Corviknight. He ends up switching it out there. I actually burned this coming in, which is kind of cool. I'll bring in Tsareena here on a Toxic Miss, so that's kind of big. I don't want the Corviknight roosting at all, so let's bring this out now. And just Flare Blitz through that Seismitoad once again. Yep, I do a nice 13%. And now what I can do is bring in Tsareena. This guy could not hit a Toxic. I feel kind of bad about it, but at the same time, I'm not really complaining. Let's go for High Jump Kick here and try to kill the Corviknight off now. No, because they could go Dragapult just as easily. Should I power up? No, I can't let the Corviknight roost. It's just that simple. Let's go for a U-turn. Are they really considering leaving this in? Like, if they leave it in and I power up, I'm in such a good position, but I don't think they will. Let's go for a U-turn. They go right for a Protect. Have I switched up moves yet? I have not. Nah, they got in the Corviknight. Okay, well, let's go for a U-turn then. Into Arcanine on the Roost and spam Flare Blitz then. That was a mistake. I definitely shouldn't have let this roosted, and I just did. I have recovery, dude. I don't even care. Yeah, let's go for Blitz again. This is kind of lame because I would have been able to weaken this for... That might be a roll, dude. Hold up. They switch it out there, so they just let me keep it low again. That's a bit odd, but I think this is also in range of Mimikyu now, too. I just need the rocks up. That's the big thing. So I think I'll go for the rocks here, yeah. Oh, wait, they have Hydreigon. I didn't even think about Hydreigon when I clicked that. But luckily they did not bring that in, I guess. So now I think all I need to do is Swords Dance up safely against something. I don't know who, but I'll be able to win. Let's go to Hydreigon here and just U-turn. Ends up going for Protect, so kind of lame, I guess. They can click Toxic. But yeah, I got a Swords Dance safely. Who can I do that on? There's my U-turn. I'll bring out Tsareena here. Let's go Arcanine on the Protect. CC through this. Let's CC again here. I still don't think it changes my play. Yeah, I killed that off, and I think I forced out a mon that won't allow them to win the game because of my Mimikyu. Yep, there's Dougie. That shouldn't be able to do it for them. Let's go right for E-Speed. Because I can. There's that. All I gotta do here is bring out Mimikyu Swords Dance, and I think that's the game. I'm obviously gonna sneak here. They might have Sucker. They don't go for it, though. A few Shadow Claws and Shadow Sneaks should be able to wrap it up. Unless there's... The only way I could lose is if there's Scarf, Mold Breaker. Well, actually, it doesn't have to be Mold Breaker. Are you really Scarf? I haven't seen Scarf Drill in so long. They're not, and they're dead. Yeah, I was gonna say, nobody runs Scarf Drill anymore. I haven't seen that in forever. So I think Mimikyu's got this. I'm glad I played this better than the other one. Like, I set up Mimikyu actually well this time. Although I still did make the misplay of letting them roost. That was really bad. The play was always U-turn, but... yeah, they're gonna run, and I'll be right back. Alright, once again, Mimikyu looks really strong right here. I definitely want to get up rocks, and ideally weaken Bisharp. Those are my two biggest priorities this game. I am going to lead off with my... Why does Dugtrio look amazing too? I'm realizing I can go Tsareena, lead as they end up leading off with the Drill, and I can just like Power Whip. I don't really care what they do. Like, if they Iron Head, that's fine, as long as they don't flinch me, because then I can get rid of this with Dougie after. And I can even guarantee rocks with Dougie here because of the fact that I'll actually take damage on this. Because I can trap something and they can't go Tsareena, so that's really helpful. They can't go Hydreigon, I meant. Let's see what I want to do now. Like, this thing's in. I'll go for U-turn. Clinging Skills doesn't even hurt, if I'm being honest. I don't want to go Mimikyu. Like, taking damage with that is so pointless. I'll go Hydreigon here, and I'll try to Draco, but not really counting on it. Ends up being Hydreigon. That is okay. What I can do here is get in... I'll go Arcanine on the Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, I figured they weren't going to make a super aggressive play there. Allows me to just Flare Blitz through this. I mean, I might even die to Recoil plus Psychic right here, but then they're dead to Dougie after, so it doesn't even matter. I gotta keep in mind, though, I cannot trap Gengar using Dougie because it's Ghost type, so... Just gotta remember that. Yeah, that's Dougie range. Yeah, I'm dead to Psychic. That's alright, as long as Dougie can pick up the kill, which I don't see why it wouldn't be able to. I will be okay here. I don't know what they're thinking about, they just stay in. Yeah, there we go. Now they're going to bring in Excadrill. Okay, that's fine. They're gonna spin, right? Yeah, spin first, always. This is kind of a tough 50-50. Like, do I predict them to go for rocks or the attack? They attacked, okay. Well, that's bad. I'll bring out Hydreigon, though, and go for U-turn. That sucks. I should have just gone for the Sucker Punch. I would have been so golden there if I had a Sucker Punched, but... I still get rid of them, and Mimikyu still does look very strong. It's just not the best. Because now what I have to do is bring in... I'll actually go Mimikyu here. Because that'll force in, I think, Gengar. Well, actually, that's only the case if it's sashed. It ends up being Bisharp. I think I attack into this. Oh, I got a crit, wow. I wasn't really banking on the crit, but... I mean, I'll take it because that helps out Hydreigon a ton. I can Shadow Sneak here. Oh, that didn't even drop it. They tried to Focus Blast into Hydreigon coming in. I definitely understand that play because, like, I'm pretty sure that... What was I trying to look for again? But I'm pretty sure that they would have lost to Hydreigon no matter what, so they were playing off a choke. Where's the turn? I had something in mind and now I can't remember. Crap. I was gonna go back to something, but yeah, I'll be right back. So I was trying to point out the turn that they let the Hydreigon get trapped because that was what actually let my Hydreigon have a good endgame. But let's go ahead and see what I can do here. I really like Reuniclus. I also like my Mimikyu, but I need to get rid of the Toxapex and weaken Hippowdon and weaken Corviknight, so maybe it's less doable than I'm thinking. This one's actually going to be kind of hard. That defensive core is such a pain, but rocks would go a long way. In fact, I'll try to get those up right now. Not against this, though. Against this, I'll go Arcanine on the U-turn. That's bad, but it's not the best. I mean, it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not the best. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see what they bring in now. Pex. It ends up being Komodo. I mean, I can go Reuniclus on Komodo. Clanging Skills hurts, but I can take it. And I can just recover up here. Yeah, I think recovery is going to be really valuable. The problem is I probably just lost him onto, yep, Dracovish. I was about to point it out, and then it came out. And, yeah. This is kind of bad. I think I'll go Tsareena. Oh, that's Scarf. No, I was hoping it would be Banded. Yeah, that's definitely Scarf. That's really bad. This might actually be over. I'll go Hydreigon here. Now, this is a tough turn. Okay, I got the tough turn right. What I want to do is bring in Reuniclus, and I'm just going to attack this time. I'm at full health. Let's see what I can do. The attack is going to be Psychic, because it hits everybody coming in. Please throw out, like, Toxapex or Hippo. That would be perfect. I think they actually will throw out one of them. Oh, Hard Dracovish. This is going to take 80. Basically took 80, okay. Well, I don't really have the strongest plays against this still. I'll go Dougie and try to Sucker Punch it. Okay, thankfully that killed. I was actually kind of afraid it wouldn't, because now I still get up rocks and whatever comes in after. Because even if it's Sucker Punch Cinderace, which I don't know why they would bring that in here, I'm still fine. So let's get those up. I'm able to nail the rock. So this is actually doable now. Dracovish matchup was bad, but we're in an okay spot. I'll bring in my Arcanine here. And I think what I do is I just Blitz into the Hippowdon, coming in on a U-turn, I think. Actually, it's a being hard Hippowdon. Well, I have a few plays here. I can go Reuniclus. I like that play a lot, because this allows me to just Psychic. Although, if I'm being honest, I don't know if I want to get 2-hit KO'd by Earthquake, so... Why the Mimikyu? Just anything but this. This is my win con. Okay, please, don't phase this out again. It's all I need. Okay, they Earthquaked. I'm just gonna Psychic now. Please don't phase in my Mimikyu again. Like, I need all the attacking turns I can get with that thing. Especially when there's a full health Toxapex just sitting there. Yeah, let's just attack here. Corviknight comes in. I can Thunder through that. Okay, they actually didn't even attack me. That might even be, like, that might be really game-changing. The fact that they didn't attack right there. I'll go Arcanine on this. I have Intimidate. I can wear it down. Pyro Ball doesn't even hurt that much. I can go for Morning Sun. Ends up being Komodo coming in. I think I sack. They go for Flash Cannon. I don't know what they're trying to catch here, but I'll still close combat. Then they taunt me. Then they attack me. I don't know what that sequence of plays was meant to accomplish, but... does U-turn do 16 to -1? I don't think so. This thing has good defense. Komodo... U-turn, yeah, it's not doing that damage. Dark Pulse would kill, though. I don't know how much bulk they have, but it would kill, like, even max HP, I want to say. Yeah, it kills max HP Komodo, so I think that's the route I go for here. Let's go right for Dark Pulse. If they live this, I'm just going to laugh, but I don't think they will. Yeah, they don't. Okay, phew. Now if they go Toxapex, then what I can do is try to get in. It ends up being Cinderace. I think the play is good damage for Mimikyu Shadow Sneak. Plus I can just flinch them. They go for U-turn, that's fine. Being alive might actually be really valuable. Are they going to double out? Yep, they did immediately. They're not in Blaze range though, so I might be able to live this. Nope, I got dropped, and that's game, I think. Ah, no, why? Okay. I'll bring this in an SD. Hippo comes in. I got a play rough. I got a hit play rough. I got a Dark Pulse here to knock it out. Yeah, I gotta flinch this now. That's unfortunate. I didn't think... Was it a roll? Like, I feel like that had to be a roll on Reuniclus. I'm max HP. Cinderace. Pyro Ball. They actually got a really high roll, too. Yeah, I would have been able to live that most of the time. I killed that there. This has Sucker Punch, knowing, just seeing how they brought it out. I guess my best play is just to... Well, I got a Swords Dance. They don't burn me. They just went for Sucker Punch. I was thinking about trying to outplay it, but I was just playing off the choke instead. And yeah, that's going to be that. So I think that was, what, a 4-3 live? Not bad. I mean, I still went positive, but I was actually thinking this team might do a bit better just due to how offensive it was. I generally do pretty well with more offensive teams, but I guess it is what it is. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Later.